What's that you say? You need a mobile client for IBM Connect and Lotusphere 2013 that does everything you want it to do? They might have just released one. Let's take a look live. Brought to you by Connectria, your leader in hosting. It is the Lotusphere Podcast. This time, IBM Social Biz Online releases a mobile client, and we're looking at it the first day. Hey everybody, as we get ready for Lotusphere, it's interesting to see that IBM is officially launching a mobile app this year that isn't really connections, but it's an app to use against connections and some other things. So Android is out already, iOS is coming shortly, but I went to Google Play, I wanted to show you this first. I went in, the first thing I searched for was IBM Connect. Didn't really get anything that had to do with IBM Connect. I was kind of curious about that. So then I searched for social business. And social business gives you a little bit of everything else but that, social business. So then I searched for social biz. Lo and behold, we actually have what we're looking for. So what we have is an app for Android that's already out. It's made by a third-party developer, but it's highlighted on the Social Biz Online site, which is, of course, the site where you go to for the full portal for Connect and for Lotusphere 2013. So let's take a look hands-on inside the app, and that's where you'll find it. They link to it off the homepage in the Google Play Store as well, and we'll dig through a little bit what they offer because there's a neat little trick. So let's jump over to the live part of looking at the actual demo. So we'll take a quick look, and we will take a look at the mobile client, which you can see. There it is, the Social Biz IBM Connect 2013. We'll open it up. Now, here's one thing that's interesting about it. We have the app up. You can actually log in, or you can log in as a guest. I found this very cool. That means there must be public information, so anyone could load this app and actually view things from the outside. So the first thing we're going to do is log in as a guest. So the guest is going to ask you, do you agree, do you not agree, by clicking the submit button. You know, you agree to access and download data. Yeah, that's fantastic. So we'll agree. We're going to show it again so we know to get in there. And you're going to synchronize things, which is cool. So I opened this a little bit earlier. So here we go. We're inside the Connect database. I did not authenticate. I'm not using my IBM Social Biz Online. What it gives me is access to a bunch of tiny icons. First of all, we don't need to talk about them. There's a Twitter icon. The Twitter icon is actually pre-done. As you can see now, it's going to go out and fetch. And it should grab, there you go, everything that says IBM Connect in the hashtag. Excuse the autofocus as we play with this because we're trying to do this in the dark. So it goes out and looks for everything that's in IBM Connect. So we'll go back a screen. Then we have the other ones. You can actually view the sponsors that are out here, the exhibitors, I should say. You can get some other, well, let's take a look before we say that crazy. It's connecting, it's downloading, apparently, so I'm presuming it's doing it locally. It updates the device, and it brings the exhibitor database to a local data store. As you can see, the numbers cranking through real quick. Synchronization of data was successfully done, and now we have a list of all the exhibitors that are there. We'll click on one, I don't care who it is, and it'll bring up a little bit of information about each one of them. All right, we'll go back to the main screen. We'll also be able to look, and we'll jump over, is at the sponsors. So they've built in the main sponsors at all the different levels. No big deal there. You can look on the website for those. Another piece that's very cool, and this is offline, and I can't find this anywhere else in the system, is the ability for you to download the pieces of the agenda that you need. So hang on while it connects to the server. So it took just a moment for it to catch up to it. I don't know if everyone's loading it right now. Earlier when I first got into this, it was much faster. The agenda is on your device. We'll say okay. Now we can go by date, by session, by track, by type. This is cool. You guys are actually able to see the agenda on your mobile device. So we'll go in and we'll go by speaker, because that one always interests me, of course. There's all the speakers alphabetically. I think if I did this right, you can collapse. Yep, you can jump to the letter you want. So I can able to just click what I want. There's myself. There's my session, BP 102. Of course, you got to come see it. Tells you where it is. It tells you everything you need to know about it, what all the details were. You can actually save it at the top. You can actually go into settings here. And as you can see, I can sync the agenda now. I can tell the last time it's synchronized. I can sync my entire schedule. They've given you the ability to sync your agenda to your local device. So now we have this cool ability for you to carry around your agenda even offline. This is all in the app that was built. We'll go back to the lane. And remember, we're still unauthenticated at this point. The last thing is a main calendar. So this is your schedule if you would synchronize things from the sessions. Now remember, all this was done unauthenticated. And now we'll take a look and go back and we'll look at coming into this as authenticated. So once we've entered our credentials, which I didn't show, of course, you're able then to, same screen, log in. We're going to get this time is all the choices are going to light up on the screen because now we're authenticated. So we're into the system totally. A few of the things that are in here. First of all, we'll jump over here. And what you'll see is, this is actually IBM Connections. I'm going to move the phone down a little bit. So inside Connections, we actually have an activity stream. It'll go out to the server and grab the stream again like it always does. So it grabbed the stream. One of the cool things you can do is, of course, you can refresh. You can see everything that's going on. But I can hit filter. And in the filter, I'm able then to go through everything inside of Connections and change what I'm looking at, from status updates to files being uploaded, wikis, things like that. So there's activity streams. You're able to see what's going on with everybody. We'll go back to the main one. You are able then to deal with status updates the same way. It'll fetch once again. Status updates pop in. The keyboard pops up automatically because you can get up here and actually type. As you can see, the cursor is blinking on the far side. We'll get out of that. And we'll look at the last one. The last one's profile. It's going to bring up your profile is what it's going to do. And your profile comes in. So from there, not a lot. If I click up here, I'm going to get the statuses again. That's actually the status updates. So back to the home screen. A couple of things that are lit up on here. I really like this one. So the middle one here for you is iNotes itself. So it's going to jump into your web mail interface out on their server. iNotes from the system. Built in once you authenticate as well, so you're accessing the mail system that's on there. So that's a good overview of everything that's inside. Everything else you pretty much saw before. You can play around with everything else that's in there when you get it. Get your hands on it. The Android version is out now, and the iOS version is soon to come. A couple of little last tips, and then we're done. So there's the overview of the new online social biz mobile app that they put out this year, which is interesting as we've just highlighted one that was done by Matt Newman at ISW. They built a notes database. Then before that was a session preview tool, which we'll link for all those here for you in the video. But big news coming from Spike Studio. This will tell you here first on this episode. We're going to be doing some live shows down at IBM Connect 2013. You need to catch up with us each and every day as we highlight the 10 to 15 minutes of the cool things or maybe just some interesting things we saw that day, be it sessions, be it exhibitors, or anything else. So find me, find anybody running around, and join us for any of the shows. We're going to be recording and broadcasting live at both of those. So we will see you down there at Connect 2013. Look for more, and please subscribe now to the show. Subscribe to Lotusphere Podcast playlist, or you know what? Just say hi on the blog. We'll see everybody in just a couple days.